Hello, I am Dr. Barooah, your radio doctor. Are you a walking person who, after coming home from the office, feel exhausted, tired, and worn out every day? Or are you a homemaker who, for most of the day, feel very exhausted, tired, and worn out? You don't feel like doing your daily chores? If it is so, then you might be suffering from fatigue. And today in this video, we will discuss about this very important symptom called fatigue. What could be the cause of fatigue in a normal person? It is very natural for most of us to feel somewhat tired at the end of the day. But if this tiredness, if this exhaustion, or if this fatigue becomes too much so that it hampers our daily performance, our daily living, then it could be a cause of concern. It could be the cause of fatigue could be something very trivial, which we are unable to find out. Today, in this video, we will discuss about a few common medical conditions that causes fatigue and which, if identified and treated, we can get rid of this symptom called fatigue. Let's see what are the possible reasons or causes of fatigue. Number one, hypothyroidism. Most of us who present to the doctor's clinic with the main complaint of fatigue would be suffering from hypothyroidism, an underactive thyroid. So if you are suffering from fatigue, if you feel exhausted, too much exhausted, tired and worn out, go to the nearest laboratory and check your thyroid. A simple thyroid function test. Number two, it could be anemia. Your hemoglobin could be a bit low. And if your hemoglobin is low, it is natural for you to feel tired and exhausted most of the day. And anemia is so common in childbearing women of childbearing age group. So if any of the women feel tired and fatigued, please check your hemoglobin level. It's a simple test. It will cost you around 50 rupees, and if it's anemia, it's treatable. Number three, it could be fatty liver. So common nowadays. It's so very common to find non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. And when there is fatty liver, this fatty liver will produce fatigue in most of us. Number four, obesity. If you're overweight, if you're obese, then this can lead to fatigue. Number five, PCOD. Again, a very common medical condition. Most of the women, young girls, are suffering from this. And if any of the young ladies, young women are suffering from undue fatigue, exertion, and tiredness at the end of the day, get an ultrasound done. It could be PCOD or polycystic ovarian disease, because PCOD causes subtle hormonal changes which can lead to fatigue. If any one of you is suffering from undue exhaustion at the end of the day, you feel tired, you feel worn out, you don't feel like doing anything, then please check your vitamin D level. You might not be getting adequate sunlight, and this could lead to a very low vitamin D level in your body. So please check it, and if it is low, correct it. Once the vitamin D level gets corrected, your fatigue, your tiredness, your exhaustion at the end of the day will go away. It could be uncontrolled diabetes. For those people who are living with diabetes, if you are suffering from fatigue, then please check your sugar level regularly. It could be an uncontrolled diabetes, sugar which is not under control, and this leads to metabolic stress, and this can cause fatigue in your body. You can feel tired, you can feel exhausted at the end of the day and don't feel like doing anything. It could be stress, anxiety, and depression. By depression, I don't mean like you're going and keeping yourself away and going into recluse. It could be subtle stress, mental stress, anxiety, and depression. For most of the people with fatigue, depression and subclinical depression is a major reason of fatigue. So if you have it, just think that it could be the anxiety that you are suffering from, the stressful condition that you are living in, which is leading to fatigue. It could be poor sleep. If you don't get adequate, good quality sleep at night, this can lead to tremendous tiredness and fatigue the next day. So if you are not getting quality sleep, improve your sleep hygiene. Work on your sleep cycle. It's in your hands. You can do it. But remember, simple disturbance of quality sleep could be the reason of fatigue. Again, fatigue can be an integral part of you after a viral fever. We have seen so many people suffering from COVID, and after they have recovered, they suffer from fatigue. So after a viral illness, a common viral illness, an upper respiratory viral illness, a cough, cold and fever, it's natural to feel fatigued and worn out for a month or so. Lastly, the most important reason for fatigue is chronic fatigue syndrome, a medical condition, the reason of which is not being found out till date. Nobody knows why it's happening. But people who suffer from chronic fatigue syndrome feel undue tiredness, lethargy, weakness for most of the days in a month. They are not being able to do their job normally. And when all the tests come out normal and you don't suffer from stress, anxiety and depression, it could be chronic fatigue syndrome, something which I will highlight in my subsequent videos. So, ladies and gentlemen, fatigue is a part of our life, but when it crosses a limit, it can bother us. It can be bothersome, cumbersome. If it is so, go to the nearest laboratory, talk to your family physician, talk to him, and keep in mind the reasons that I've just explained to you. You could be suffering from one of these. I hope you liked my video. If you do like my video, kindly share, press the bell icon, subscribe, and follow the page. Thank you. Good night.